With the release of the GoPro Hero 5 Black, Nick Woodman, the CEO of GoPro, has finally been able to release the action camera he wanted to create from the get-go. And if you're in the market for an action camera, you might be considering either the GoPro Hero 5 Black or the GoPro Hero 5 Session. At the time of this recording, you can pick up a GoPro Hero 5 Black with a 32GB micro SD card, head strap, and carrying case for $399 from Amazon. Link is in the description. First, let's talk about the form factor. The Hero 5 Black is 2 1/3 inches by 1 1/3 inches by 1 1/2 inches. It's pretty small in volume, but it's pretty dense, so it'll sink to the bottom if dropped in a pool or lake. This is also a great segue to let you know that this camera is waterproof down to 33 feet underwater. Any deeper and you'll need to get a dive case. The Hero 5 Black features a 2-inch screen on the back. This is obviously a standout feature if you're deciding between the Hero 5 Black or the Hero 5 Session. Although the screen doesn't have the highest pixel density, it gets the job done. You can also quickly change between video, picture, or time-lapse mode. You can even adjust the resolution, frame rate, and field of view, just to name a few. Since battery life is a big concern, the screen will automatically shut off after a minute of inactivity or after a minute of continuous recording. But don't worry, the GoPro is still recording and the screen turns back on quickly from just a single tap. The Hero 5 Black also still has the classic LCD screen on the front, and just like before, it'll show you how many videos or pictures you have, approximately how much space you got left on the SD card, and battery life. It is worth noting the touchscreen can be a little tough to use at times, and using the screen when it's wet is near impossible. But don't worry, you can also connect the camera to your smartphone through GoPro's app. In the app, you can use your phone as a viewfinder, watch your videos, or even adjust the camera settings. On the left side of the device, there is a door that when lifted gives you access to the camera's 2 connection ports, one micro HDMI port and one USB Type-C port. The Type-C USB port allows for faster transfer speeds and charging rates. The faster transfer speed is a big deal if you're going to be recording a lot of 4K video. As mentioned before, this camera is waterproof down to 33 feet underwater, and it's all thanks to these gaskets. Just make sure to close the compartment properly before going for a swim, or else you're going to have a bad time. On the bottom of the GoPro, there's another compartment that holds the battery and SD card. Unlike the Hero 5 Session, the battery here is removable, and it's another feature that might make you consider this camera over the Session. This is a 1220 mAh battery and is good for 40 minutes to 2 hours of battery life. Battery life on the Hero 5 is all dependent on the resolution, frame rate, if you have GPS, voice control, or image stabilization turned on, more on those in a second, and how long the touchscreen has been on. The Hero 5 Black is not just a Hero 5 Session with a touchscreen and removable battery. It also has a better camera that gives you more capture options. The Hero 5 Black can do everything the Hero 5 and Hero Session can do, but here are a few standout settings that make this camera special. First off, you can capture 4K video in 30 or 25 frames per second with a wide field of view, or 24 frames per second in super view or wide field of view. It can also capture 1080p video at 120 frames per second in wide or narrow field of view, whereas the Hero 5 Session is capped at 90 frames per second in wide field of view. The Hero 5 Black can also capture ultra slow motion 720p video at 240 frames per second with the narrow field of view. The Hero 5 Black can also capture stills in 20 megapixels, whereas the Hero 5 Session can only do 10 megapixels and the Hero Session 8 megapixels. As mentioned before, this camera also has image stabilization. It's the software kind, not the mechanical kind. Would I have preferred mechanical image stabilization? Yes, but the software does a great job of correcting the video. The Hero 5 Black also has a built-in GPS that will geotag your pictures and video. The GPS feature is not found in the Hero 5 Session. And finally, the Hero 5 Black also has voice control. It allows you to tell it to start recording, take a picture, or stop recording. It's very accurate and can be very helpful if you have gloves on or if the screen is wet. But if you choose to use any or all of these features at once, it'll take a toll on the battery. So which GoPro should you get? Well, GoPro now has an action camera for almost every consumer. If you want to capture 4K video, or if you want to capture slow motion video in 1080p, or even ultra slow motion video in 720p at 240 frames per second, you should get the Hero 5 Black. If you need an action camera with a removable battery that you can swap out so you can keep recording, then you should also get the Hero 5 Black. But if you don't need to capture RAW or WDR photos, or if you don't even know what that means, then you should pick up the Hero 5 or Hero Session. Links to their reviews and where to get them are in the description. Well, if you made it this far, leave us a like. It really helps. If you like videos like this, subscribe. There's more to come. If you're looking for more product reviews or fitness advice, head over to gymcaddy.net. Catch you guys next time.